For me, because I'm
Start
taking
anytime you want, I
homes
just
on
know.
gender and communication class, and we have a paper that's due on Wednesday. But the thing is, she wants us to use like academic resources for that paper, and I'm like, I'm like, here the database here doesn't really have that much articles that we can use for research. Another part,
Don't
Sure.
make teachers.
yeah.
I'll take this one. Are you sure?
Yes. Having a chair is all that matters to me. Should we record this one?
I mean, now
Do we want to record this one? Record this. Because it's already live.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, not only that, we had to work in groups for that paper, and now probably my two teammates don't really respond to the group chat.
I harassed one of my teammates for something. But
What?
before we get into that, this is Round Robin Radio.
On real life.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Andrea.
I'm Clarissa.
We've been live for a whole minute.
We're here complaining about finals.
I got a group member who has not been showing up to class, and I found them while I was waiting for other group members to show up for something like after class, and I was like, hey, you didn't show up for class today. When are you going to do your part? They're like, I can do it tonight. Like, what do I need to do? I'm like, your part. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Exposed.
Yeah.
You know who you are. Excuse my voice. It's allergy season.
Delicious. How many presentations do you have to do with the allergies?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this week, thankfully none. I had to take a test earlier today, and so I don't know if this is a real thing, but I have allergy brain. Meaning it's kind of hard to focus. So, wish me luck that I did well. But next week is when the presentations start. So,
Oh, yeah.
that's when it gets deep. I wish we had like a little soundboard type thing where like dun, dun, dun.
Oh, yeah.
What about you, Clarissa?
I have a freaking class felicitation that is today, and basically someone is going to finish off their facilitation today because they didn't finish on Tuesday because they show up late.
That's something I don't miss. Facilitations.
Yeah, and I've ever had to like kind of like edit the slides to make it kind of shorter so we can like get it done, but I kind of thought we're gonna get done.
My solution to that was just to not breathe when it got to my part because I was the last one and I had like 5 slides and we'd have like 5 minutes left in class. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna speed through this and not let anyone talk by not breathing.
Or hopefully people will like communicate
Mhm.
on your topic. What's your topic?
For my facilitation, is gender power and violence.
Okay.
That's the
So
issue when they start talking.
Yeah.
Got it where it's like set for the class time and then they derail it like conversations. It's like it's cool you're interacting, but I really want to finish it.
this is true.
Yeah.
But
I mean, especially like with Professor Holmes, she goes into detail about the
but I think that also
facilitations.
adds on to it. You know,
Yeah.
I like when she does that. Like when she does that for us. Or I had my last facilitation with her recently.
Mhm.
Shout out Professor Holmes if you're listening. But I had my last one with her because now I'm gonna be in capstone. Thank God.
Good luck on capstone.
Yeah.
Good luck on capstone.
The thing is the paper was just so much, and
Yeah.
you could literally ask Professor Holmes how many times I was in her office. She probably can't even keep count. So, but yeah, Professor Holmes, if you're listening, I'll probably be in your office again next semester. So, just a heads up. But yeah, no, back to your facilitation. I feel like that adds like onto your time, and
Yeah.
also like it keeps it interesting, and sometimes like it might even like help you like learn more about your topic as well.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's the thing that I do like about her class, gender and communication, that she like we go into deep about the topics that we're like learning, and
Yeah.
especially with the facilitations, we kind of do have conversations about them, and that's the thing I do like about her class. I mean, but I kind of wish that we could have like a little bit more time.
Yeah, unfortunately, time sometimes is not our friend. And we
Yeah.
have an incoming guest.
What about you? What's your topic for comp theory that you did?
My comm theory topic for my paper?
Yeah.
Okay. My comm theory topic for my paper was bullying. More specifically, why does the bully choose to bully?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess kind of like a psychological perspective behind it, and also like just trying to understand them, not give them sympathy,
Yeah.
but understand why they do it.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have to do with their background? Does it have to do with them once being the victim of bullying? Or is it just a psychological disconnect from emotion?
Mm.
So, stuff like that. And it was pretty interesting. And I'm waiting on my grade still. So. But we have an incoming guest. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, hello. My name is John May Williams. Glad to be back. Yes.
So, we were talking about projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Presentations and whatnot.
Presentations and essays.
finals. And do you have any?
Yeah. Video production one. I've got we've got a film my group and I that we're working on. It's called The Price of Trust.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's about 4 individuals who are criminals and they don't trust each other, and there's reasons why, kind of, and they're going to go do a big heist, and it's going to all tear them all apart in the process with them all not
Nice.
trusting each other.
I only know about 2 projects in that class going on right now, and I'm noticing a theme because I was helping another group, and they're also doing a heist, a different type of heist.
Funny enough, I think at least 3 of us are doing heists. That's pretty funny. But it's exciting. Yeah.
I think ours was also a heist whenever we did ours in the professional heist because we had the gold bar as a prop.
Yeah, I think because there was at the start, what was it, like Jeopardy? We did Jeopardy to get a mystery prop to have in your thing, and ours was a lab coat. And when I saw the lab coat, the first thing that came to mind, unfortunately, was just like, oh, what if we rob a lab? So that's the premise of the story, is that there's a cure to cancer or something like that, and these guys are going to go rob it and sell it on the black market for a ton of money.
So I think the theme here is that digital production students just love heists.
Yeah.
So if you're taking digital production, just do a heist as your project.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, my question is, now that you just moved that, why do we have 2 mouse in here?
I have no idea.
Mice.
Well, it's I don't know.
Nice.
It feels weird saying computer mice.
Too much. I think it sounds cute.
Like when it's the actual animal, sure, but it's like I don't know.
Computer mice. I love that.
That is very funny.
I feel like this is someone that's been left though. I'm very curious about its ownership.
Possibly. But who would leave their mouse?
I have a guess, but I don't think I should name it.
Well, maybe you should. Maybe they're looking for it.
I feel like it's probably Tori's.
Tori, if you're listening, you have left your mouse in the radio studio.
Not again.
One too many mice here. And
Too many mice.
It's one of those things though you don't notice until it's like right by each other. It's like, wait a minute. Because I didn't realize until you moved it. It's like, wait, what's over here?
Yeah, I don't know why I moved it. I think it was.
Did it offend you? Did it offend your
It
personal
offended
space?
me that it was away from the keyboard, because that's like a perfect pair, It's like peanut butter and jelly,
Nice.
but I also
I like
don't
your
like
sweater.
peanut butter. So,
you don't like peanut butter?
no, unpopular opinion, but yes, I do not like peanut butter. What is y'all's
Why not?
unpopular? Me?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the taste, but also like when I was younger, I had tried to be that kid that ate like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches,
Mhm.
but I just was like, it's so dry. I need something, like I need to constantly be drinking something in that case. So it's like the dryness, I guess, kind of just ruined it for me. And also on top of that, like it made me hate the taste and stuff. So
One of our people are being kidnapped.
They're being taken away from us.
Do you want to hop on with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing that I dislike that most
Hi,
people
Tori.
do
We
is
have-
peppermint.
Huh?
Let's see peppermint for mine.
Are you
Do that.
are you doing the capstone
Tori,
presentation?
is this yours?
No. We will get back to the unpopular opinions.
There's just a random mouse here. I didn't know.
But
it was
we
yours
have
'cause I
lost
see it sending it.
Jameer Williams, and now we are gaining a new. Yes, speaker.
Speaker. Hi, I'm Lisbeth. Nice to meet you. I'm also in digital production.
Is yours also a heist?
No, it's
Okay.
not. No. It's more like a documentary
Mhm.
style. We're like a newspaper club here at UNT Dallas. It's like a very like lame club, and we're trying to get like people to join our club. But like everything kind of turns sideways in a way. But then like there's like something that happens at the end. We already even finished filming. We're just doing the editing process, but I'm pretty excited.
That's cool.
Our first non-heist.
I was gonna say because I'm actually not being a heist.
For the short film, I feel like we did Halloween theme. That was our script. But now that you mentioned it, yeah, a lot of people are doing heist. Pretty interesting.
I didn't like the switch scripts thing personally.
Yeah, I was really upset when that happened.
I was mad because we had a fully written script, and the script we got back was an incomplete paragraph. Like they even had a character, and like the sentence and dialogue wasn't even finished.
Oh my god.
And I was so mad. I was just like, I would have been okay if I had at least gotten like what I gave with that, but
I
it was
hope
passed.
the digital production professor is listening. I will not name names, but everyone knows who it is.
I was gonna say that is not very a hidden identity with the course thing. And there is only one teacher offering that course.
Well, I tried. So back to unpopular opinions. You were saying yours, Andrea.
Yes, I do not like peppermint, like anything.
Is that really
No,
unpopular though? Because, well, I get.
I mean, as a child, people were like, "Why don't you want your candy cane?" I'm like, I don't like it.
I can agree with that as far as I don't like mint chocolate chip ice cream, and I am one of those people that says that tastes like toothpaste, and I do not want to be eating toothpaste.
I just don't like it like anything though, because like I have the issue like whenever it's like mint toothpaste, like I have to try and find one that's not mint.
Really?
Yeah, like it's like that bad.
Okay.
Like I really don't like mint. Like I don't
Okay.
like mint gum, peppermint, like anything.
Then it makes sense. It makes sense.
It's very unfortunate. There's not a lot of non-mint.
Yeah, that's true. Unless you go with the children's ones, then
I
maybe.
did for a very long time. Cinnamon one? I don't like cinnamon either.
Oh no.
At least not cinnamon toothpaste.
Oh, this is mine. Yes, that's yours. Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if I drank any of mine at
We
all.
need a Sharpie to write names on our waters.
I do that in my household, so
I've got a Sharpie in my bag. Who else has unpopular opinions or what I look for my Sharpie?
I'm kind of thinking, but something's coming to my brain right now.
I have one.
What is it?
It's also peanut butter.
Or did you not?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's also peanut butter.
Also peanut butter. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you say because it
Yeah.
is dry. It's very, obviously it's very sticky, but like it makes your mouth really, really dry. So
Yeah.
you definitely need to pair with
Mhm.
like some type of liquid
Mhm.
for sure.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, do y'all like peanut butter and stuff still though, or is it just like
I like
nothing peanut butter?
I like Recess
Yeah,
peanut butter cups, but that's the
only thing that came to mind, honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, this is an acceptable amount of peanut butter.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I think I'm okay with.
Okay, I have one, but it's a little weird. I don't like cooked carrots.
Really?
I like them raw, but cooked, I don't like cooked carrots.
I'm
See, I'm the-
opposite.
I was gonna say I'm the opposite, yeah.
It just doesn't make sense in my brain because they're sweet, and I don't know for like a bit. I don't know for some reason like I just don't like it.
What are you doing to your carrots? Why are they turning sweet? Hold on.
Wait, yeah.
I thought you were gonna say the texture, like it, because it was like
Oh.
soft and versus hard. But I was like, wait a minute, that's
Sweet baby carrots.
Yeah, baby carrots, especially like when you cook them, like
Yeah.
like in caldo. You know?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
they
that's
turn-
my favorite part.
It just tastes
Oh.
so sweet, and I'm just like, but why? And I don't for some reason I just don't like it.
I don't know.
I
I have not
do.
noticed
I don't
because I
know.
don't eat carrots like separately like that. Like I'll eat it like mixed into stuff, but like it's not sweet tasting. That's why I was
Really?
like, what do you mean you have sweet carrots?
What does make it sweet? I don't know. Is it?
I always eat it with like a stew, like caldo.
Uh-huh.
But like I love the cabbage in the caldo, like in caldo de res.
Uh-huh.
That's my
Oh,
favorite part.
Really? I
Yeah.
don't like the carrot. I avoid it. Yes, I don't. I like the baby carrots, and then not only that, but because you said like you've only had it in like the caldo, I've had it like baked, baked carrots, and what we add to ours are salt and pepper. I don't know if that makes it sweet, but
I never had it like that. Maybe if I try it that way, I probably like it. I don't know.
yeah, I literally had that yesterday at Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel sponsor us. I love your country style.
Do they only sell? I've never been, but like, do they only sell like breakfast, or do they also have like lunch and dinner?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Lunch and dinner. Yep.
Pretty cool.
And they also have. I just found out they also have like home baked pies and stuff. Yeah. So they have like apple, which oh my gosh, it looks so good. And then they have pecan, and then I saw that they had pecan and chocolate, which I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a cinnamon roll pie. I was like, what is a cinnamon roll pie? And I was like, oh, maybe it's just cinnamon rolls baked in pie form. But yeah.
Alright, you said the words, and I have to ask, how do you guys pronounce it? Pecan or pecan?
Pecan.
How did I pronounce it?
Pe-
No, I don't know.
Pecan.
Okay.
pecan.
I'm Texas.
Pecan.
I'm Texas.
Now that you mentioned pies, another thing came into my mind. I don't like when fruit is baked. Like
So then you don't like pie?
Yeah, I don't like. I like pecan pie and pumpkin pie, but like fruit baked, I don't know. I just don't like it.
Well, pumpkin is a fruit.
Well, I must say,
That was
right.
gourd.
Oh,
It's a
it-
what?
Gourd.
What is a
Isn't that? I
gourd?
thought it was a vegetable.
I don't know.
I heard
A
that.
vegetable or gourd, but not fruit.
I heard that fruits are anything that have seeds. That's what I heard. That's how I identify the differences. But I could be wrong, and that could just be a made-up thing. I don't know.
Like apple pie.
Google says pumpkin
I just
squash.
like the easy stuff,
That's
but
probably
not like
better
the
one.
actual apple slice.
Okay.
Like if I have it, like if they give it to me, like I'll eat it, but it's not something that I would go for. Or like cherry or like blueberry or other pies that they have. I don't. It's not something that I would gravitate.
I've
Mm.
never had blueberry pie.
I don't eat pie that often. I don't eat cheesecake more than pie.
I love cheesecake too.
Have any of you like eaten sweet potato pie?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
like
my
sweet
favorite.
potato
I
fries, so I
never
don't
had
think
it.
I'd like the pie of it.
I don't like sweet potato fries either, but surprisingly, I like the pie.
Oh my god, I love sweet potato fries.
Really?
Especially with like salt, a little bit of salt on them.
To be fair, I've only eaten them in like a high school cafeteria, so that's the level of
really?
standard I've got. But like, I did not like them.
From Rodeo Goat, they're pretty good.
I've never been there. Wait,
That's where
yeah, Ashley.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what she likes. Yes.
I was going to say that sounds familiar.
She's not here today.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately, we don't have her with us today.
Any how y'all's finals?
Stressful.
I'm in the same boat.
I still have to finish writing my capstone paper. I have not made the presentation for it either.
Is it for how long do you have to present?
So it is. She told us 10 to 12 minutes because it's supposed to be like 10 slides total.
10 to 12?
Are you scared because that's a big time or a little time?
It's more than what I thought. I thought it was supposed to be like 8 minutes.
She said 10 to 12. I swear she.
For some reason, I thought it was like 15 minutes.
You thought it was 15?
I didn't know
I don't
how
know.
long it was going to be because it's like we're writing this 20 to 25 page paper,
Yeah.
and how long are we going to have to present this? Because I really don't want to go into my paper then.
Well, I just thought that because there's a lot of y'all, isn't there?
Yeah, that's part of why she said 10 to 12. But there's not that many of us this year. Next semester, though. y'all-
Yes.
there's a lot.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us.
There's like 13 people in our class right now, so.
Oh wow.
Are y'all talking capstone?
Yes, we are.
Would y'all like my experience with it?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Come join us.
We have
Come join us,
a
Tori.
new voice on the mic.
Hey y'all, what's poppin'? It's your girl Tori. Happy to be here in the room. So capstone. I did capstone 2 semesters ago, and it was very overwhelming because you are having to. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust the mic. You are having to obviously like one get your however you are presenting or whatever you're presenting, whether you're doing a podcast, whether you're doing a magazine, whether you're doing, you know, a paper, and God bless the person who wants to do a paper, Andrea. God bless your girl. And after you do that, yeah, you do have to do a presentation. I think she limited us to 10 minutes. And oddly enough, that 10 minutes goes by really fast, especially when you are trying to make sure that you hit all of your slides. You want, you know, and of course, you want your presentation to make sense. Public speaking is not a problem for me. So I don't know if I can really give any advice to those who do struggle with public speaking. The presentation honestly was the easiest part for me for the capstone. It's like all the work that leads up to it and how detailed she is whenever she's grading. So just cross your T's, dot your I's. Oh, I loved the mock interviews.
I did not get nice feedback.
I did.
I like the mock interviews.
What was the feedback?
I can't even read it on the paper, but they gave me numbers and they were ranging from like one person gave me an 80, one person gave me a 70, 65. So it's like all in the same range. And then one interviewer gave me a 45. So
Damn.
Whoa.
I was like, I don't know what vendetta you have against me. So I'm going to take that personally.
No, don't. I mean, but don't, because there are, I'm talking on the side of the microphone. There are people that, you know, may grade on a sliding scale. But I prefer honesty in any relationship, whether it's, you know, peers or professional or friendships, you know, or, you know, romantic. Like, I would rather you tell me the truth and hurt my feelings than let me walk around here looking crazy or, you know, leaving a university thinking that you have this skill set down when in all reality you're not as great as you think you are, or there are things that you can change. And by being honest, they give you an opportunity to make those corrections and become a better person. So don't take it personal, girl. Water off the back of a duck. Is that how they say it? Something like that. Water off the back of a duck. Just let it, you know, take it in, but don't take it personal.
I think the biggest issue I had with that assignment was that she didn't really prepare us for interviews as much. It was just, okay, you're having a mock interview. Here are the jobs, but like she didn't like. She purposely put in questions that it's like, oh yeah, I put this question in to trip you guys up. It's like, why?
Huh. I mean, like, and I don't know if it was, how many people are in your class?
12 to 13, I think.
Oh gosh. So I think there are only like 6 people in my capstone class. So I don't know if that's why maybe we had a little bit more of a detailed conversation or lecture around interviews. But I mean, it was very detailed, and
Maybe she thought she was too nice to y'all and was like, all right, time to make it harder for this.
yeah, that's very possible. Maybe and then too, I think maybe size. I mean, it sounds like it doubled. So, well, I wish you the best of luck with your capstone. It's going to go great. You know, just everything you say, just say it with your chest. And when you say it with confidence, people might be like, you know, I think that was wrong, but she said it with such confidence that, you know, it might be right. So I believe in you.
That makes more sense.
Good luck, Andrea.
We all believe in you.
Yes.
Everyone, hashtag. We all believe in Andrea. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to. Well,
Are you going?
no, I can't. I'm working, unfortunately. But I was gonna like try to stop by and pop in, but like I don't want to disrupt because I have seen which room they're presenting in, and I do not want to walk in and have all eyes go from, let's say, Andrea's presenting to me. So no.
That's okay. She
Yeah.
did also say though, like,
Where's
when
the room again? I don't.
it is like,
Is it down-
right below us right now.
Welcome center.
Yeah.
Is it the one with like a bunch of round tables?
No. I was so scared thinking it was that because it's a massive room. No, it's just a room. Like it looks like a normal classroom just from the picture of it, and it's just like rows of chairs in it basically.
Oh my god, I really. They say these these names and have no idea what they
Well,
are.
because it was like that's like in my mind, I was thinking the campus hall is like that's a really big room. I really don't want to do a presentation in a massive room.
Or we having like a microphone, you know?
I don't know. No, like I think like it's literally yeah, like it's just like
okay.
a classroom. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know exactly what that's at.
Yeah, we pass by it like all the time. Probably don't even pay much mind to it.
The only time I've seen that room is in use is when like the high schoolers or middle schoolers, I can't tell what they are anymore. They're so tall. But whenever they're taking field trips, they eat lunch in that room.
Oh,
I've seen
yeah.
them like congregate over there.
I never noticed like how many schools come and visit our campus
A lot.
up until this semester. I noticed because there was always like traffic going to the Mac lab because they were always right there. And you have to go around.
And I was just like, can I get past you guys? Like they're like in the little like the hallway like where that TV is. And like, can I just please? Because like the tour guide's like, oh, you're like, please just let me by.
Yeah. Yeah. There's been a couple times where students have come into classes, like for instance, one class we were in together, Andrea, that they came in and were like, oh, can we,
Is this room in use?
Yeah.
No, we're just sitting here.
we're just here for fun.
That semester I got depressed because I thought like, oh, these are high schoolers touring, and like I was in the bathroom and someone asked me like, oh, do you go here? I was like, yeah. And they're just like, oh, what's it like? And I was just like, okay, it's good and all that. And they're just like, yeah, we're here from middle school. And I'm like looking up at them. And I'm like, well, this makes me feel great.
I know. I'm kind of like, what are these kids eating these days that's making them?
Because it's like, I know I'm short, but like for all of them to be like, I'm like looking up like, oh, you're in middle school, huh?
And they all look like older too. I'm like, no, you cannot look that way. You have to go through the awkward phase like the rest of us have. So stop. It's not fair.
I don't even want to remember all the awkward faces that I went through.
My life is an awkward phase. It's not really a phase. It's just me at this point.
Well, you know what the issue is, right? Something that today's youth and young adults have that we did not have is social media. And so everything from, things being hypersexualized to different styles and different types of music and a lot of other influential factors are changing and kind of putting their maturity, well, I guess physical maturity in hyperspeed. So yeah, that's why these 12-year-olds are walking around looking like little sexy reds because
I mean, it's not even like social media at this point. It's mainly just like the parents aren't caring what their kids like,
Yeah.
as a parent though, I can say firsthand that I monitor the absolute best that I can. I put parental blocks on everything. Social media is not even an option for my girls right now. I mean, and I have a 14-year-old, but I think I've just raised them to kind of don't expect to be on social media until you are like in high school has just always been the conversation. So it hasn't been stressed to them, but I don't want to blame parents for everything, but are there parents that neglect to actually be parents and would prefer to be friends with their kids? Yeah, I think that can be an issue, but not all parents are, naive and neglectful, but there is a good number of parents out there.
Well, I was fine on the internet, so my kids will be fine too. It's like,
Hell no, them two different internets. two different internets, just like when the World Wide Web came out, whenever I was younger and my parents first started using it. When I started using the internet, it was a different internet from what they experienced, and kind of like you said. And so now what they're experiencing with social media, today's youth, what they're experiencing with social media is completely different experience than what we had. And back to like the parent conversation, I have seen so many times when parents post videos, like it's cool to do like the cute little dancing videos, but you should not be in a video with your 5 or 6 year old like singing like explicit or rapping explicit lyrics with your kid. Like I feel like that's grounds for, like, if I was in a situation with or co-parenting with someone who was on social media exploiting my kid like that, I'd be like, Your Honor, this is why they're not fit to be a parent, because my baby doesn't need to be rapping to, and not to keep harping on Sexy Red, but her stuff is just, it's
Not age appropriate.
and it's not for me, and I'm a grown ass woman, some of the lyrics she says, I clutch my pearls like every other bar that she is rapping. It's crazy. But yeah, it's God bless the youth of today.
Well, you're doing it right then, because if I had social media as a teenager, well, I had it as a teenager, but like, I mean, like,
Was it like fairly new?
yeah,
Yeah, it was very
like,
new.
I got Instagram when I was like in 8th grade, so I was like 13.
Oh,
And
Really?
I
yeah,
was in 6th grade.
it was like when it first like came out. And luckily I wasn't allowed to have like a Facebook, because I knew some kids in school where they were like we were like,
It was like
what?
the one thing everyone in elementary school
Yeah.
had was like Facebook.
We were like 11 years old,
It's
and
like,
these
lie
kids
about
had
your
Facebook.
age. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that my parents restricted me from that, because I see all their old posts and I'm like, ooh, yeah, my parents did me a favor, because yikes. So yeah, you're doing it right as far as that, and also protecting your kids. So
Legally, you're not even supposed to be online when you're under the age of 13 because of COPPA. Literally, no one is enforcing it properly. Like, social media sites will sometimes. I think the blame does fall on the parents as much as it does like social media and just the attitude around like the people running the websites, because they just want money, and like little kids' attention spans are everywhere. So especially on like TikTok, where you're doing like the rapping and whatever, that's they're just not going to do anything about it.
I think Discord is the only thing that I've seen like somewhat try to like kick out the ones that are underage.
Oh, Discord is actually pretty good about it.
Mainly
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
threaten server owners, like, if you have someone underage, your server can get deleted. It's like, oh, okay then.
Yeah, and they have like actually like a decent amount of staff. You can never have enough staff online, but like they have a good amount. Because I remember I was like 15, 16 using Discord, and there were some like 12-year-olds on there. I'd ignore them, but like one day just all of their accounts disappeared, because they put like there is a culture on Discord where like you disclose your age sometimes, like in the little introductions in public servers, and boom, you just ban all of those people. So
That or half the time they have their birth year in their username.
yeah, that's true.
I'm staff on servers. I have to kick
Yeah.
out the children.
Yeah, that's interesting too, because on Discord, something I've noticed, a lot of younger kids, at least in like art-based servers that I was in, this is my own personal experience, they were the moderators. Like, I would rarely see adults moderating servers, which was really weird.
Well, to be fair, I think that's mainly because kids have more time,
That's-
is usually how that
Yeah,
falls into place.
that's true, but it's also like,
As someone who was a kid that did that, though, it messes you up.
oh yeah, I was a kid that did that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had full-grown adults telling me to kill myself as a child, so it's like, okay.
Yeah. Thank you, adult.
Thank you for telling a 12-year-old to not alive anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Discord was a thing until I was like 18 years old, and
It's
one of
only
my
more
friends
recent.
told me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my friends told me about it and was like, "Oh, join my friend's server and whatever." And I'm like, "What the heck is Discord?"
Yeah, I think like 2017 or 2016 is when it kind of kicked off more.
Yeah.
I got it right when I was 13, so I think it was
Yeah.
about that time.
I think it was 2017 that I found out about it, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, okay, this is a thing. Great."
Yeah.
But I think during that time too is more like, now it's kind of like for like any type of use, but like back then it was more advertised for like gaming.
Yeah, gaming, and then there was a huge like art-ish based community, like
Mhm.
around cartoon shows a little bit, but mostly gaming. It still is.
Yeah, it still is used more widely for gaming. Back then I wasn't in gaming, so of course I didn't hear about it.
Yeah.
But then I started getting into that and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, the way I got into it, like a little bit, it just seemed like a better version of Skype to me. That was
Yeah.
like one of the two
You're
things I
leaving
was
for-
allowed to use
You're leaving?
in like elementary school: email and Skype. So once Skype became too expensive for my parents, I'm like, okay, I guess I can do this.
Do y'all remember Uvu or Tango?
Wait,
Yeah.
Uvu?
These sound familiar, but I can't remember what they
Oh
are.
my
I know
gosh,
it.
no.
I have bad memory.
It
Calm down.
sounds familiar too.
It was Skype before Skype was a thing.
I was probably not.
I wasn't allowed
Moving
on the
on.
computer at that time.
What was the one?
Well, I mean, it was a thing when I was like probably like in middle school. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm like mentioning that.
I might
No
have
one
been.
remembers it at
I mean,
all.
no, I was gonna say
remember
based
in
on
middle
your
school, though.
Yeah.
I never used it, but like the popular kids used it all the time.
Oh, I wasn't popular.
Well, in my
never
school,
heard
the
of it.
popular kids always used it, but I never really got into it. But there was one. It's like at the back of my brain.
There was a walkie-talkie one too. I forgot what it was called.
There's one called Marco Polo. Not the same, but
Yeah.
like it was kind of like a Snapchat, but for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have it, but I had heard of it, and I knew
Yeah.
people that had it.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember Kick?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Don't bring
Oh,
up kick
no.
days, please.
I was in middle school when I heard about
Yeah.
it.
There's like the random, like anonymous chat mode. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
What?
So like you could match with random people
On
for
Kick?
for like 2 minutes, and you could talk to them. And so I would do
That's
that. 'cause I
raising
was
so many
bored.
red flags.
Yes, major red flags.
Nothing sounds good of this so far, but please continue.
And I would get people like every single time I did that, they'd be like, I think it was like age, gender, sexuality. They like ask for that, and I just
That sounds like Omegle.
close it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
That was the
Omegle.
one that I was thinking of right
I've
now.
never been on it, but I used to watch like the YouTube videos.
Yeah, don't go on it.
Yeah.
Don't go on it. That's all I'll say.
It's so scuffed looking. Is it still around?
I think so.
I could.
Because I still see videos of people who like play the piano and they just randomly join people and start playing the piano.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a guy who like he uses like a potato filter, and like he talks to people, and I was like, okay, that's fun.
Bless
Let's
you.
see.
Bless you.
But yeah, Kick. There were so many like of my Instagram photos where like people like, oh hey, what's your Kick? What's your Kick? And I'm like looking back on that or like thinking about that, I'm like, oh.
I love the red flags of the internet. It's great.
I mean, I don't really understand like how it got popular, to be honest.
Because we
was
didn't
because of-
realize, yeah,
Yeah.
red
think-
flags weren't really a thing.
Did it end like 2016?
Kick?
Right?
I think it's still around.
It's still around.
Yeah, but no
Yeah.
one uses it.
Oh my god! I remember in
It's
one
the
of my high school
MySpace.
classes,
It's a
like to communicate with our teacher, she kind of mentioned like, "Oh guys, like I have Kick. If you want to get
That's
my
creepy.
username," and so we were like, "Nope." We were like, "No."
I remember
So weird.
Class Kick. They made like, I don't know if they're related, but it was like a little chat service to talk with your teachers. I have no
We had
clue.
Google chats for ours.
No, not Remind. It was called Class Kick. Like I used it for one class, maybe. Like a teacher mentioned it. I have no clue though. I don't remember that much.
I've never heard.
The only chat thing I've used since then like that is Group Me.
Group
Oh,
me?
yeah.
It's like there's like always that one person in the class that's like, hey guys, I made a Group Me for the class. Like, all right, I'll join.
I got rid of Group Me.
I'm that person.
When you said that, I thought of you because I remember you made one for COMM theory.
Yeah.
I do it.
I completely forgot about it, and I'm not even in the chat.
Yeah, I did.
I always do it for like group projects now because it's like just don't worry about giving me your number. Just hit
Yeah.
the link. Just
It's
touch
like-
the link. That's all you have to do, please.
It's like safer, I would say. Like,
Yeah, because there
Well-
are some people I'm like, I would rather you not have my phone number. So here's a nice little Group Me
Yeah.
chat.
Do y'all remember about Brain Pop?
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
Brain
Oh
Pop.
my god, I love Brain Pop. That was like my favorite part of school. And elementary
science
school.
class.
Cyber Chase.
Bill Nye.
Bill
Bill
Nye.
Nye.
Did he? I hope he never did anything wrong because that would be so tragic. You know how you hear about like,
I can Google it.
yeah,
He's still
yeah.
kicking.
I know he has a new TV show.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I heard about it. I don't remember anything. I just know I think he's allowed to curse now, and he's old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, everyone does
Yeah.
age eventually.
yeah.
I heard him, he made like a video and he was like cursing a lot. He was like, I can say this because y'all aren't kids anymore. And so
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
I love it when media kind of grows up with their audience they had in childhood.
Yeah.
Great example, Adventure Time. I don't know if any of y'all watched
I did
that.
not.
Adventure Time? I did not know.
Oh my gosh. I'm just going to briefly say I love it so much because they ended it really nicely. And then they made like a little kind of reboot type of thing that was a lot more mature. And I really appreciated that. Like shows that are smart about what they're doing are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of shows are doing that now. Like, I know iCarly has. I haven't seen it. So
I think it
I've
already
heard-
ended.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I
wow.
thought. Like, I thought it wasn't getting renewed for another season or something like
I
that.
wouldn't be surprised.
I heard good things about it, but I've also heard bad things about it. I've heard more bad things about the Zoe 101 movie. Was it a movie?
Yeah, it was a movie. I have heard terrible things about that. Like, because they couldn't get a lot of the original
Uh-huh.
cast, right? That was the
Yeah.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they just were like, oh, we have the main girl, so
Did
we're
you
good.
see it?
Well, I didn't seen it, but like one of my friends saw it, and she said that it didn't really feel the same not having the original cast
Yeah.
there. I mean, like most of the original cast didn't want to come back due to like issues that they had
Oh, absolutely.
with other cast members, especially with the creator,
Mm.
because the creator was kind of like a creep.
Oh, yeah.
He is.
He
Yeah.
is. Nickelodeon dropped the ball so
Yeah.
hard.
Mhm.
It watching old iCarly and Victorious episodes is kind of like eerie now because you do see a lot of feet being shown, and when you
That's-
hear exactly why that was the case, it's just it doesn't hit the same anymore.
And you know what?
Yeah.
We had a lot of really gross cartoons back on Nickelodeon.
Mhm.
Like,
Um,
I can think of a few. I don't know all their names, but I think Sanjay and Craig was one with like this boy and a snake, and it was like
That
a
one was
lot
just
of
weird.
stinky, gross boy humor.
it was.
No, that was just weird.
Yeah,
Like, that wasn't even here. That was
weird.
just weird.
Yeah,
I actually watched like an episode of that cartoon, and to be honest, not looking at it, it was so weird and so creepy.
I loved it as a kid, but the only thing I remember was like one of them ate the other one at one point. I remember that being an episode.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just so much.
What are wholesome things you guys
Why do we always go to depressing stuff?
Did
Oh,
y'all ever watch the
Oh,
cartoon
schools.
of the cats? Where it's like they're in like the Chinese dynasty or something like that. Like
No.
little emperor's cats. I don't remember what it was called.
I
I gotta look up. Hold on,
don't.
That sounds
because I never
familiar.
remember the name. But I just whenever I see it, it's like I watched that as a child, probably in the doctor's office. But I watched that as a child.
Blues Clues.
Oh my god, that was the
Sagwa the
Is it called
Chinese
Cat
Siamese.
Scratch?
Oh, what's
What?
Cat Scratch?
No, it's Sagwa the Chinese Siamese cat.
Oh, that
Interesting.
one.
I have not seen that.
Yes, I've seen it.
See, it's what like it's like you see it. It's like you know what
just
it is.
unlocked a memory that I didn't know I had.
Oh, yeah, I
See?
remember one with like the little, like the girl and the samurai, and the samurai didn't like the girl, but the girl was like in love with him. I can't remember what it was called. It was just this cute little cartoon
It sounds
thing.
familiar.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Hamtaro?
Kind of.
No, but I've always
I
seen
was
the hamster.
obsessed with it growing up.
Like that's the hamster thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because like I've always seen it, like the hamster. I've just never seen
Adorable. Oh my
what
God,
it's from.
I was obsessed with that hamster.
Did y'all ever watch Bear in the Big Blue House?
Maybe.
I will look it up. It's on Disney.
I don't have Disney. I have no streaming services right now.
That is fair.
Hamtaro. I just love it.
I'm not getting any results for what you said, Ari.
It's hold on. Let me.
This is
look
the
it up.
bear.
I was watching that. Like,
Yeah.
I was watching that last
No,
week.
I have
I
not.
was watching that
That was
last
my
week. Yeah.
favorite. It wasn't like
yeah.
my favorite. Did anyone know Kenny the Shark?
That-
You knew
Yeah.
Kenny the Shark? I feel like everyone I asked that to, they're like, what is that?
I do. No, I remember that.
How do you not know who Kenny the Shark is? I loved Kenny the
I've
Shark.
never seen that.
She had a pet shark.
I don't remember anything
Very
from it. I just remember the
unrealistic,
shark.
but-
I don't remember that one.
Oh, I've never seen that.
It was so cute. It was like a bunch of hamsters like in a cage.
Huh.
They're really cute.
That's cute.
Never get a pet hamster though. Back to the depressing topics. They do not die pleasantly.
Oh,
I've heard.
You know, I heard something about that people think that they're dead because they're stiff and cold, but
They're just
hibernate.
hibernating. Yeah.
Yeah, and they like bury them, but they're like still alive.
Hamsters?
Yeah,
Yeah, they hibernate.
It looks like they're dead, but they're just like they're still.
But then when they actually die, they apparently die very gruesome deaths. Like I've never heard of a pleasant hamster death.
I've never heard of a hamster being outside of a pet store or a person's home. Where the heck did they come from?
I don't know.
True, I've never seen. Wow, you're so right. I've never seen them.
They're like you've never like seen like in like a forest or something. Oh, there's a hamster there.
A
Like-
wild hamster.
A wild
They're
hamster.
always in pet stores. Where do they come from? That's why like when people say, "Oh,"
I mean,
like,
that's the same with
pigeons are
like types of
government-
birds too, like parakeets. You don't really see those in the wild.
I have before.
Parakeet.
Yeah, I
Those are
have
someone's
before.
pet.
But I've never seen a hamster. That's why when people say stuff about pigeons, I'm like, we need to look at those hamsters because maybe they're actually the spies around here. You never see them anywhere else but pet stores and homes.
I had 3, and I named them the same name, but they always ran away because they were like. they would
Did
eat
yours
the
die
cage.
pleasant
Oh my
deaths?
gosh.
They would like make like this. They just did not want to be there with me, but
Oh.
they always left. Always left. Yeah, one of them bit me. I still have like the right here, like a little
Oh
cicatrice,
my gosh.
a scar.
At least they left rather than killing itself. I already told that story, but yeah, my fish killed itself.
Oh, they
Oh
do
my
that.
It happens.
They do that.
Yeah.
Like mine didn't jump out of the tank. There was no way for it to. It just vanished. Like I had to take it to my dad's house during winter break or something when I was living in the dorms. Disappeared. And then the next one that I got also disappeared when I took it there. So absolutely not. They're just fish get weird.
Should have named them
find it?
Houdini.
No.
You
I
should have
found
named them
one
Houdini.
stuffed inside of its shell, like the
It's-
shell, the decorative shell.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yes,
Yeah.
it stuffed itself in there. I was like,
Usually they do that when they're uncomfortable.
well,
Did
I
it
was
have other
planning on
places to
getting him a
hide?
fishbowl, but he never
Oh,
gave me
right,
the
yeah.
chance to.
Yeah.
I never got the chance to give him the life that he could have had. Poor Stanley.
Yeah.
Hashtag R.I.P. Stanley.
It's more so like the pet store's faults, though, because
They
don't
put them in
take
the
care of them
cups.
right in the first place, and they just send you with like the little cup that's not even
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
I got him from a birthday party though, so
Oh, yeah. But they probably got him from.
he was a
pet store.
decoration for the birthday
That's
party.
even
Oh my
worse.
god.
So that could be why he was uncomfortable. He had trauma.
Yeah.
We had a cat. This is slightly less depressing that she came from a mall. So she hated loud sounds, and we're like, that's probably why, because there were just children screaming around her all the time.
Aw.
So like anytime like me or my sister were too loud, she would bite us. Because I remember one time we were sleeping, like me and my sister were sleeping on our parents' floor, and my sister was crying because my mom hadn't come to bed yet. And the cat came in and was like rubbing against me because I guess she thought I was crying. And like she rubbed against me as if to comfort me, and so I was like petting her, and then she like bit me on my back.
Oh
my God.
It was just like, all right, this didn't work. Time to just bite you.
What happened?
Tried my best.
What happened to the cat?
She eventually passed away. I think she had kidney failure or something.
Oh.
But she lived long. She was like 17.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So she had a good life except for the screaming kids in the mall.
Yeah. Why was she in the mall? Like, was she just?
I think that was
around?
that was where a pet store was. Like, there was a pet store in the mall.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Yeah.
They got her adopted.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like pet stores like at the state fair. Well, they're not really pet stores, but they're like, like outdoors, like little tents.
They have creatures.
Where they have like, dogs and cats. And I'm like,
Why are they there? What is their purpose?
Or,
Like, I
like,
always thought they were
at the
cute, but I'm like,
I
why
have
are
no
they?
idea.
At the flea markets when they're selling like birds, goats,
Birds.
dogs. No, I've never seen cats at a flea market.
Mm-hmm.
But like the one in Grand Prairie, I don't know if you've been to the one where they have like the dogs. There's always so many people there. So many people in there.
Do they buy anything?
No, they're just trying to pet them.
That's so weird.
But they're like trying to like hide away and they're trying to leave the cages, but they can't. And I feel so bad for them.
Why do we keep going back to depression?
I'm sorry.
All right, let's talk about birds. They live a really, really long time, like 60,
Some
70
can.
years.
Oh
Really?
my God, wow.
Yes.
Like parrots,
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah, parrots. Some of them do.
Do you have a pet parrot?
No, I don't.
Oh.
But my girlfriend's like grandma does.
Okay.
So,
Is the parrot
We don't know
older or
where it's
younger
gonna
than the
go.
grandmother?
Okay.
because it's only like maybe 30 at most. So it's got another like 40 years. No clue where that thing's going.
That's the issue with those kinds of birds. Like, that's a big commitment.
Yes.
Like, you got to get that when you're young if you're going to commit to it to life.
Oh, massive commitment. And like parents who get their kids like these parrots, or like my parents got my brother a tortoise and now I'm stuck with it because it's going to outlive me.
Yeah.
Like that sort of thing, kind of scary to think about.
I have a turtle. And she's, I don't want to say how old she is because then that'll reveal how old I am. But her species lives to be 50 years old.
Oh,
So she has a long way to go. I'm not that old, at least, is what I'm saying.
yeah.
But she has some time to go, yeah. But yeah, I understand that. I know that like sea turtles live to be like hundreds of years, right?
Yeah.
We learned that from Nemo.
I think
Yeah.
they have
Yeah.
to. Because like all of their little babies, they get eaten real quick. So they
Mhm.
gotta live long.
Yeah, I accidentally turned on National Geographic on Disney. Again, sorry for the depressing. But the freaking seagulls were attacking the little babies trying to get to the ocean. I had to turn it off because I was like, I can't do this.
That's
I
how
can't.
it works.
Just watch
I know,
Moana. It's okay.
but I don't
She
like
saves
it.
a little baby turtle.
Yes.
So sad.
I don't like it. And I have a heart for turtles. That's why.
Birds are just ruthless.
What is the longest living pet you guys have had?
Turtle.
Nice.
My dog. I think
You might want to get by a mic, by the
Yeah.
way. Like,
I'm
you're like
sorry.
really far away.
I got him. He was born in 2012. So from 2023, how long is that?
11 years?
Yes.
Yeah, so 11 years. That's the longest pet that I've had.
Okay. He's still alive?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. He's definitely getting old now. I could see it in his eyes. Like,
Oh, where they
Yeah.
get milky. Yeah.
but
Mm.
he's still like when he was growing up, he always had a cat because he always had cats. So there was like always a cat with him. But now, they all left, or I don't know where they went. I don't know where they disappeared. So now this is depressing. I'm sorry, but now like he can't eat alone. Like someone has to be there so he can eat.
They do get like that. I know my grandma has to sit there with her old dogs in the bedroom and just watch them eat. Otherwise, they just won't.
Mm-hmm.
My dog likes to eat when we're eating. Like, we could sit at the table, but he won't eat unless we're eating food as well.
Aw, that's cute. Wholesome.
And that's how my dog is too. I mean, we have like a Chihuahua, and like he's like really like he's really like close to my mom. Basically, like basically he's like the baby to my mom.
Oh.
Basically, And like whenever like my mom eats or whenever we're like at the table eating, he has to like be there eating with us because if not, he doesn't eat it. He doesn't eat alone.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah, he's annoying sometimes.
Oh, how old? What about you, Andrea? How
The
your
oldest cat I have had has lived to 18.
Wow,
Old.
Yes, she was a spiteful little black cat.
I love black cats.
She was
I got
great,
that
but
much.
she was definitely feisty because like she would get mad whenever like she was had to have her pill, and she like always spat it out. Like she would not just swallow it. She was one like she always fought it, and she was like she bullied literally every single animal that was ever in our household.
Ooh.
Like she was the alpha animal out of all of them. Like, so we had dogs, and even with the dog, like she didn't even have her claws because it was back when it was okay to declaw them type thing, and she would like beat the mess out of them, and they'd be like, you know
Oh
what,
my
we respect
gosh.
you.
Spicy.
We're gonna give you some space. Yeah.
What about you, Clarissa?
Huh?
Oldest
Pet
Pet, yeah.
That I have.
That you have had or
currently have it.
Well, the oldest pet that I have is our pet Chihuahua. We had him since my freshman year of high school. So he's been with us, I think, 7 years.
Nice.
Yeah, he's annoying. I don't like it.
that tends to happen with Chihuahuas. What about you, Ari?
My tortoise, just because, I mean, he's not technically mine, but he's the only consistent pet I've had since like middle school. Yeah, we used to have a lot of cats. I think one of them was maybe 9. So that's the oldest like cat or dog, like pet that was technically mine. Oh no, I have a dog. Sorry, I just forgot that she existed. I don't know how old she is now. She's probably like 12 at this point. My family got her when she was like 9, and she is Tootsie Roll shaped now because we've been feeding her so much. She's like this little Chowini, and she's just so round.
We had a Chihuahua that passed recently, but she was like the fattest thing ever. Like even like whenever she was like snuffling around for food, we called her a little pig 'cause that's what she sounded like.
Yeah.
She's like snorting for truffles.
You know what is a crazy dog combination? Wiener dog and a pit bull, and my mom has one. And it's just a really long body with like a bobblehead, basically.
Every time it's like a big dog and a little dog combination, I really hope that the big dog was the female dog.
Yeah.
In that context, because I was like, how is that coming out of that? Otherwise, like anything like mixed with Chihuahuas too, I'm like, those are small.
Yeah. They're just so long. But y'all know those like huge dogs? I saw one once in a pet shelter, and sitting down, he was taller than me.
Did you say bulldog or pit bull?
Pitbull.
Pitbull, bulldog. It's one of the two.
Bulldogs are the short and stout ones with the wrinkles on their face.
Yeah.
And the pit bulls are the ones that usually have the clipped pointy ears.
It's hard to
And
tell
bigger.
with him because
Oh
he is
my
also
goodness.
part dachshund. Okay,
That's a
he's
pit
got
bull.
a stronger face than that. Hold on. I'm gonna try and pull up.
That's the pit bull weenie mix. Interesting.
Because he has like a particularly round face. It's very weird.
No, bulldog would be kind of interesting to see because bulldogs
That's
are
at least more okay
fat.
size comparison.
yeah. They're fat and they have an underbite.
My cousin, she had a really chubby Chihuahua. I'm trying to find a picture. His name was Becas, but he was so mean. So mean. He was very sassy too.
Chewy. That's so funny.
Yeah.
It was like a, it's like half your backpack.
Really?
Like that's how chunky he was.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
He couldn't go up the stairs. He could
That's-
only go down.
Like super unhealthy.
Yeah, I had two Chihuahuas, and one of them was like super skinny. It's like you look like you're about to like pass away just from like not having food in your body, and the other one was like super fat. Like we fed them the same amount, and it's just like, how are you so much fatter than your sister?
Yeah. My sister's cats were pretty fat too.
Yeah, it's the same with
So-
our cats currently because one of them's like incredibly fat. Like she is 17 pounds, and the other one's pretty skinny. Like I don't think we've weighed her, but she.
I think one of them's like about 20 pounds. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it would be Pitbull.
Yeah, maybe. But he will launch his full body weight at you. He's like a little rocket, and it's terrible. He like bruised my lip once because he tried to like say hello to me, and he leaps like a frog. It's really scary.
That is pretty scary. Oh my goodness. I would not want anything leaping at me.
Yeah. I don't know. I let a frog leap at me. They're so like weird and squishy.
They are weird. I would say they are weird. But I think frogs are cute, so.
They are.
But I probably wouldn't touch one.
Well, because you're not supposed to touch them either. Like it can hurt the frog if you touch it because their skin oils.
Yeah.
Because they absorb things that touch them.
Is it true when they say if you touch a frog you can get warts?
I think it's toads because they're the
It's
warty
toads?
ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I still wouldn't touch them though. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, you
They're
can
just
touch
vibing.
toads.
get their vibe and though. Why you gonna bug them?
I don't think I want to touch a toad.
They're cute. This was a thing my family did. We'd go back into the backyard and see how many toads we could put in a bucket in the middle of the night. And then my brother and I would take our buckets of toads and pour them like gently on the grass and just see whose toads got to the end of the yard first.
That's fun. I still wouldn't touch a toad. It's not for me. I will not engage in that activity.
I wouldn't worry about like hurting them because it's like they're so tiny. You can just squish it. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Toads?
Yeah,
I guess you could just refrain from squishing.
I know, but like I'm saying, like they got tiny bones in them. Like I'd be scared if like me trying to pick them up like firmly is going to hurt them.
Yeah. My
scooping action.
But what if it hops away? Like you just like
they're
most
like
likely
that,
will
more
hop away. But.
firm than that. Or maybe I'm just remembering. It's been
I
a
don't
while
know.
since
I've
I
never touched a
read.
toad.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother was not gentle with them. That's why we had to stop because he was not great.
Firmly grasped
Yes,
it.
no, he did that. Ugh, gross. I'm not going to describe the incident with the toads, but
Is it not
Is it
YouTube
terrible?
friendly?
yeah,
Is it terrible?
it's really bad.
Like
Well,
how bad
then-
for a scale 1
Like-
to 10?
like an 8, probably a 10 for the toes.
Oh my god.
So, yeah,
What are y'all's
not ideal.
What are y'all's opinions on possums?
Oh,
Yes.
we've already heard that.
I was like, we've
Ari.
talked about it
Talked
before.
about it.
A little bit. We didn't go into too much detail because I think it was
They're
like at the
just
very end.
great.
They're
I
just
have the opposite opinion of that.
see, like whenever I see pictures of them, I'd be like, I'd pet that, but like they're very scary when they're mad. Because my dog had one cornered in our yard, and I don't like how they growl. They growl very creepily.
They growl? I thought they hiss.
They do both, and it's
Yeah.
very creepy
What on
sounding.
earth?
They're really cool.
Not when they're growling.
Oh yeah, just don't
Yeah.
make them angry. Have y'all been seeing the like YouTube shorts or the TikToks about like domesticated
Is
skunks?
everyone else hearing that?
yeah.
It's
What
the
is that?
speakers. I don't know if it's because like there's too many.
Is it?
Like if there's devices near it by like feedback or what. I don't know.
It's not mine.
Is
Like, I
it
don't
going to explode? I'm scared.
If we die, we die.
Rocky quote. Well, if he dies, he dies.
It's just beatboxing. It's okay.
It's living its
This
best
is
life.
beatboxing. We have live music, guys.
Is there a way to?
I don't know what it's connected to. I don't. There are too many chords in here for me to
Technical
confidently try and mess
difficulties,
with
bear
it.
Stay with us, guys.
What?
Is it overheating?
No, it's like it's static. Like that's like a feedback sound.
What is?
I don't know.
Beat to it.
Yeah. Okay. So
He's coming in here to fix it.
Okay. Perfect.
Bear with us.
We were talking about possums.
Mm-hmm.
They're silly, and that's my firm stance.
See, I thought that like possums, like you know how they're known for playing dead.
Yeah.
I thought they did that immediately.
It might have, and then your dog.
No, it did not.
It didn't.
No, it
No.
took like several minutes of us like trying to scoop our dog with the broom for it to do. Well, because like we were trying to like get his like collar thing. That speaker keeps doing like feedback.
Well, I'm just thinking like maybe they have like it's a fight or flight thing, and that possum decided, oh, I can take this dog on.
Like it finally played dead after several minutes of us trying to get our dog back, and like we weren't sure if it's just gonna like pop back up or something. Apparently, once they're out for like 30 minutes.
Did you move it?
We moved the dog.
Okay.
We removed the dog from the situation, and we left the possum there, and we just had to like check back in the morning if it was there before letting the dog back out.
Yeah, that's fair.
He was very angry that the possum played dead though, because he's like, I didn't kill you, because he like was like pawing at it, like trying to be like, wake up, you're not dead yet.
CPR.
Come play with me. Yeah.
That's why.
Well, he's like doing like right by the ground by him.
People shouldn't let their cats outside for a similar reason to that, because like an angry possum is one thing, but an angry cat has like little knives on its feet, and also they could be hurt by like other animals.
Oh yeah,
They
no, like
hurt
we have
birds.
coyotes in our neighborhood too, and it's like people still let out the cats, and it's like, why? Like we've seen on our camera footage a cat walking by, and then like a few minutes later a coyote walking like the same path, like it was tracking it. It's like, oh, we saw the cat later though, it's still a happy story.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, it's not just the fact that the cats could get hurt either though, because they like spread disease to wildlife, and they kill birds, and they just wreck things.
Just don't leave your animals outside, period. Let them out for a little bit of time if you want, but like monitor them, be with them,
like
put them on a leash.
Yeah, give them a little harness. You can leash train a cat. It just takes.
I will admit some cats are probably a little too special for that. Mine is one of those, because whenever you put like a costume on them or anything, they like try to like moonwalk out of it.
Moonwalk.
It's really funny to watch with the costume, and I'm like, yeah, if we put a harness on, you'd probably do the same thing of just walking backwards.
Mine can take hers off.
Your what?
My cat can take hers off.
Mine aren't very bright.
Yes. It's got like a little buckle, and she figured if she can wiggle around enough, she can unbuckle that. And then it's Velcro, so she just rubs up on things till it comes off.
You have a smart cat.
Yeah.
I've had a mix of smart and dumb cats. My 2 cats right now are currently dumb, but that black cat I mentioned earlier was pretty smart.
They're currently dumb?
Oh, yeah, no, like the ones I currently have are very dumb. And then the black cat I had, she would like, I had a bunk bed and the ladder was vertical, and she would climb it like a person.
Oh.
Wow.
And she would like open drawers type thing and stuff like that. I'm like, this is an impressive cat. And then, I now have 2 cats that can't figure out how to open the door that's slightly cracked and manage to close it on themselves every time.
Wow.
No matter which way it's going.
Like angry cats though, they are scary. I heard a cat fight outside my window the other day, and I was like, what on earth? Like I just heard, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that? And then because I love cats, I was like, do I have to like go rescue a cat? And then I was like, oh, it's 2 cats. Because like when I looked outside, I just saw one like walking away.
Have y'all seen that video where it's like they put a camera on their cat that they let outside, and it's like the 2, and they're just like a headbutt?
Yeah.
Like that's all they're doing is they're just headbutting and like hissing at each other basically.
Cats are funny. I don't know. Dogs are funny too. Animals are funny. Like, I love animal videos. I'm not on animal TikTok, but oh yeah, what side of TikTok are y'all on?
I don't have one.
Currently,
That got me in trouble.
I'm on the side where they're showing like small clips of Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and or sometimes it's like they're showing a movie and the guy is explaining what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you go because I want to listen more about it, but it's just 2 clips, and then they start a new one, and it's like, why would you do that?
Probably to avoid getting
That's
copyright
really where I'm
claims.
at now.
Yeah. I'm on my Instagram, on my Discover feed, I see a lot of Friends stuff. I mean, I always saw it because I'm a huge fan of Friends. I have like 2 pins on my backpack for Friends.
I liked Friends growing
And
up.
then I have the turkey one.
Love that.
So
I liked Friends growing up, and then like rewatching it now, it's like, wow, that's Ross is horrible.
Ross is my favorite. He's so funny.
But if you
But-
look back, it's like that's a lot of red flags.
But I am team Rachel when it comes to
Yes, definitely.
so he shouldn't have done what he did.
Yeah.
I agree.
I love all of them as a whole together, but just like one person, Chandler, like his jokes, I feel like he's super funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's so funny.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he was annoying. I was
Oh
like,
my god!
Yeah, I was just
I was
like,
like, let's end the line.
Oh, I love Friends.
Mm-hmm.
It would always come on TV randomly, but then it was on Netflix for a while, and then they removed it.
And it
I was
went to
like,
HBO.
why? Yeah, no,
It's on Nickelodeon at 9 every night because that's what my mom watches every night.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. I love Friends. But have you rewatched the reunion? There's like now a in loving memory of Matthew Perry, and that like broke me, and I wanted to turn it off.
I have
because-
not, but I've seen the people posted it on TikTok, and I was like, wow. Like
Yeah.
I think I was at a party when I found out.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, are you kidding me? And I was sitting right next to an ofrenda too.
Mhm.
And I was like, are you kidding me?
I was watching Cowboys game, I think, but I had people like on the couch next to me, and my friend texted me because I wasn't on my phone. She said, "Jess, Matthew Perry died," and I was like, "You're lying." So of course I went straight to Twitter, also known as X, but I'm calling it Twitter.
It's just better.
I know it is better. And I was like, I like literally shouted to like everyone around me. I was like, Matthew Perry died. And my mom was like, what? And I was like, look it up. And I was like, I'm literally like heartbroken. I can't watch Friends the same again. Like, it's not the same anymore. And then, man, the internet reacts fast. Because I saw nothing but like pictures of Friends with like Chandler or Matthew Perry and Gray. And I'm like, can you not do it? It's too soon. Like, please don't do this yet. Like,
Yeah.
it's not okay.
I feel like a lot of people were waiting for the cast to respond
Mhm.
like very quick,
Yeah.
but they took their time to do so, and I feel like
Yeah.
that was better actually.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Because I mean, they
Mhm.
just found out.
Mhm.
Like, are you kidding? Like, give them time to process it. Give them time to grieve alone.
yeah.
Not only that, they don't need to share. Oh, like I am so heartbroken. Like, the heck? Why do they need to share that on the internet?
It's
Like,
usually a little bit fake if you do it immediately.
yeah,
Just a smidge.
yeah. So it's like kind of a lose-lose situation because even then, like people will be like, why are you posting so fast? But then you don't post, and it's like, why aren't you posting?
The solution would be if we had more privacy on the internet, but that's not going to happen.
Or just like
no.
more respect to.
That's not gonna
something
happen
that goes. Yeah, but I think that like both of those are kind of impossible to achieve. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's so much money in like violating privacy.
Yeah, like I kind of talked about it in my comm theory paper, where like, a lot of celebrities or like people like influencers don't get a lot of like respect to privacy, or people like expect them to just deal with the criticism because like they kind of see them more as like you're not human anymore, you're a celebrity, and it's like, no, they're also humans too. So it's like,
Yeah.
stop idolizing them to like this high standard of they're above and beyond, or like they don't have human emotions.
I mean, another part where they also get stalked.
Yeah.
Like they get stalked like really bad. Sometimes I feel bad for them, and they get like criticized whenever like they post pictures of their family, especially towards their kids. Like they basically put like emoji to cover their faces for the kids to have like privacy. And I kind of feel bad for those kids because like I feel bad for the kids, but I feel bad for the parent because like they're doing everything they can to keep their kids safe from the spotlight, but yet people criticize them because of that.
I heard that there's like this like you can on the internet steal images of people's kids and post them and make little role plays as far as like, oh, like, I don't even want to say what they say. It's so weird.
No, there's creepy people taking the pictures. Basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
let's leave it at that.
legal. Like, you can't tell Instagram or anything. Like, you can't say anything like, they're posting my kid. And it's like, okay, well, you posted your kid. Why can't anyone else? And it's like, are you serious? I don't know. This world is just sick nowadays. It's crazy. That made me mad.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, why do we keep going to depressing stuff? I'm sorry.
It's just like more complex conversations tend to be
Yeah,
less
that's
like,
true.
because we could talk about like happy things all day,
Yeah.
but when you dive deeper into anything, there's always like a more intense side.
We're just being real. The world, unfortunately, is not always sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's a less depressing topic, though, as we're wrapping up. I asked this before, but what is y'all's favorite color of the leaves, like when they change colors in the fall?
Like that red, the vibrant red.
Okay.
I like the vibrant orange.
I think I said that last time too, the orange. And then that's when I said I forgot that they're also
There
red.
were other colors. There's yellow too. Did you remember yellow?
I remembered yellow,
Okay.
yes, but I forgot that there was red. At least I didn't say what Ryder said last time. They're all the same.
It's like, is this how we learn you're colorblind?
What about the blue ones?
Blue.
Okay, I know that there's no blue.
Oh,
I don't think.
I don't think so.
Okay. Let me find out there's a blue leaf. Then
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
like there's
question
some that
everything.
it's almost purple for the leaves. Sometimes it's like really rare though, and it's usually when they're like just a
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it's
like
like
a
the
plum
red.
color?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also depends on the tree too, because there's like there is this tree in my dad's neighborhood. It's like that like deep, rich purple color right now. It's really cool.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
I like the one that's like right before we walk into the building. Those bright red ones, like those little ones. Those are really cool to me. I like those colors. What about you, Clarissa?
The red ones too. They're also my favorite.
Red wins. Red's more popular.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I would say red because I had forgot about
Peer pressure.
That, but I had forgot about it.
I'm
You know what?
the only different one here.
Well, I said orange before, and then last time Andrea said red. I was like, I forgot there's red leaves. So, yeah. But, yeah. Let us know what your favorite color leaves are in the fall.
And if you're like Ryder and don't know, look out the window and pick a tree from there.
If you think they're all the same, please look outside now.
Please get tested for colorblindness if you think all of the leaves are always the same.
Anyways, are we ending early?
I was gonna say we could probably wrap up. It's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to wrap up early today.
Yes.
This was Round Robin Radio.
This is our last time doing this.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week's is
Oh.
finals. We're gone. We're
Yeah.
leaving.
Well, then, signing off for fall 2023 semester.
It was
Yes.
great. Wow, that's good.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Andrea.
I'm Clarissa.
I'm Ari.
I'm Lisbeth.
Signing off.
Goodbye.
Thank you for having us today. Have happy holidays.
Good luck on your finals.
Hope I've been